Which is where I didn't play well. And I don't think I played well in the series, but I just came in, don't make mistakes, don't turn the ball over.
You saw them dogs out there. You saw them dogs out there. And it started with Stephon Castle. And I didn't know whether to call him a Doberman or a pit bull. The way they sicked him on SGA today. And he the one that really, yes, Wimpy was the best player on the floor, but Stephon Castle's actually set the tone from the jump with his physicality.
2 years ago, Greg Popovich stood at a preseason press conference and said 11 words about a 19-year-old rookie who just shot 26% from three at UConn. Almost nobody listened. The one analyst who agreed with Pop got roasted online for it.
Goodness! Stephon Castle!
Fast forward to right now, the Spurs are in the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2017. Victor Wembanyama looks like the future of the league. Dylan Harper is everything San Antonio hoped he'd be. And in the middle of all of it, quietly helping run the show is Stephon Castle, the same Castle who entered the league with a busted jumper and a Swiss Army knife label. The same Castle who scouts couldn't agree on. The same Castle people argued shouldn't even be a point guard. He's the connector, the thing that makes the whole machine work, and everything you're watching from this Spurs team right now traces back to one thing. Pop was right about Stephon Castle. A year after the Spurs drafted Wemby, everyone already knew what he was going to be. The foundation, the franchise piece, the kind of player you build your whole future around. But San Antonio also knew something most rebuilding teams have to learn the hard way. One guy doesn't get you back to winning basketball. A rebuild needs a foundation, sure, but it needs pillars around it too. Most teams in that spot start hunting for a second star through a blockbuster trade. The Spurs went the other way. They lead into the rebuild for Wemby's rookie year, finished 22-60, fifth worst record in the league, and the lottery balls broke their way again. They moved up to the number 4 pick in the 2024 draft. The problem was, this draft looked nothing like the one before it. The 2023 class had a generational pick everyone agreed on for 2 years. The 2024 class, no clear top guy, no franchise changer, no prospect everyone is unanimous on. But the Spurs were locked in on one player, Stephon Castle. Castle was a 6'6" guard coming off a national title run at UConn, where he played a real role in the Huskies winning back-to-back championships. 11.1 points, 4.7 rebounds, 2.9 assists, shooting 47% from the field. A lot of his games screamed NBA starter, but there was one big issue showing up in every scouting report, the jumper. Castle shot 27% from three at UConn. For a modern NBA guard, that number is a giant flashing warning sign. Defenses sagged off him all year, daring him to shoot, and he couldn't make them pay. There was another wrinkle too. At UConn, Castle spent a lot of time playing off the ball on a deep veteran roster. NBA scouts almost never got a clean look at him running an offense as the primary guy. So the real question was, could he actually be a lead guard at the highest level? Could a 27% shooter create advantages for an NBA offense night after night? For most teams, those questions were enough to back off. The Spurs weren't most teams. They saw what he could turn into, and at number 4, they made the bet. Now here's something worth knowing about Greg Popovich. In nearly 3 decades coaching the Spurs, Pop has never been the type to hand out praise easily. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's not protecting any young players' feelings. So when he showed up at Summer League against Portland and Castle dropped 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, the way Pop talked about him mattered. I love his seriousness for such a young kid. I love his pace. You see his expression never changes. He doesn't go too fast, doesn't go too slow. He reads the situations, he seeks contact, he's an excellent defender, and he makes wonderful decisions. He's going to be a quick study, I think, and he's going to play on the court pretty quickly. Coming from most coaches, that's standard off-season talk. Coming from Pop, that's a lot. And once training camp opened in September, it got louder. I'm very impressed. Really mature young man, has a great demeanor, good basketball IQ, he's strong, he learns quickly, he's a good one. He can play 1, 2, or 3 right now. Those last 6 words are the whole story. At the time, it sounded ridiculous. A 27% college shooter is supposed to have one of the harder transitions to the NBA. Guards who can't space the floor don't usually become offensive engines, but Pop clearly wasn't looking at Castle as a traditional lead guard. He was seeing something different, a connector, a multi-position creator, a guard who could plug into a system full of decision makers without needing the ball glued to his hand. And 2 years later, that read looks almost scary. Castle has played point guard, shooting guard, and even stretches at small forward. Wherever San Antonio puts him, he brings the same things: control, pace, physicality, defensive versatility, and real playmaking feel. That versatility went past theory pretty fast. When the Spurs traded for De'Aaron Fox at the 2025 deadline, the league reaction was confusion. Then it got louder when San Antonio took Dylan Harper at number 2 in the 2025 draft. Another guard, another league creator, another ball-dominant talent. Internally, though, the answer was simple. Pop said Castle could play 1, 2, or 3 right now. If Castle isn't locked into one position, the roster doesn't have to be either. That was the system before the rest of the league saw it. You might be thinking, fine, Pop identified a good top 5 pick. That's not exactly revolutionary. Most teams get that part right. But while the Spurs were quietly building, the rest of the basketball world was saying something very different. And one ESPN analyst who actually agreed with Pop got buried for it.
I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sidelines.
You can afford extra groceries this week because you downloaded Data $260 with extra cash. You can qualify as soon as you link your bank and open an extra cash account. Guys, this is my go-to when I'm low on cash and need quick. For example,
outside Fox.
Going to the 2024 draft, Castle came with 3 big public question marks. First, the jumper. 26.7% for 3 at UConn. 26.3% on catch-and-shoot shoot looks, just 24.4% on unguarded 3, and on dribble jumps, he shot 27.5% on a small sample size. It really didn't have the shape or the handle yet to create clean separation against set defense. Nothing about the numbers said, future NBA shot maker. Second, the role. At UConn, Carson was the engine, shooting around the offense, Donovan bringing over the pace. Carson was often the third option, referring to guys like Newton, Cam Spencer, and Klingon. That left NBA scouts with a real question. Would he actually lead an offense, or was he going to be a high-end connector and that's it? That uncertainty produced the most common pre-draft labels actually with Sunday night. We had a lot of people great at nothing. The Ringer put it bluntly to the headline, Stephen Carlson can do it all, but can he become a star? The most common pro comps reflect the same presentation. Names like RJ Barrett and Bruce Brown. Solid NBA players, not stars. The widest scouting consensus compared him to the Thompson twins from the previous draft class, but with one big caveat. He wasn't seen as the same caliber of athlete as Armin or Asar. Honestly, none of those debates were unreasonable at the time. The shooting was all the creation, the athletic profile. All of the points of the kind of uncertainty that you separate role players from franchise guys. But then you go back to what Pop saw. While the league was debating what Carson couldn't be, San Antonio was already building around what they believed he already was. And it wasn't just the media doubting him. Public opinion was right there with them, which became really obvious on draft night. On the ESPN broadcast, Jay Gillis got the chance to look the entire internet. He said Stephen Carson couldn't play on really through holiday. And that's it. Drew Holiday was fresh on the defining stretch. He was a key two-way piece on the Celtics banner number 18 run in 2024. And before that, he was a championship role guard at the Bucks in 2021. League-wide, he was viewed one of the best defensive guards in basketball, and a guy who just makes many teams better. So when Gillis compared Carson to that archetype, it wasn't disrespect. It was a projection, which have melted down anyway. The public view of Carson wasn't very different from the scouting consensus. Now flash forward 2026, and those days look about as long as it's taken us. Carson made the kind of offensive leap that changes how the league has regarded. Start with the numbers. He went from 14.7 points per game to 16.7, from 3.7 rebounds to 5.3, and the big one, from 4.1 assists to 7.4 assists. His efficiency brought up too, with his effective field goal percentage jumping from 47.6% to 52.1%. With all of that, his identity didn't change. The defense, the thing that made him the top 5 pick in the first half, only got mastered. Possessions against the video now. He controlled the tempo of the whole possession. He pulled the ball deep across his half court. Then came the game that made him stop debating. In February, Carson dropped 40 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists from Dallas. That was his second triple-double of the season. He finished with 4, which is the same number Tim Duncan had in his entire Hall of Fame 3 hours ago. Even the biggest pre-draft red flags started to move. As a rookie, he shot 28.5% from 3. Year 2, that's climbed to 33.2%, still below league average, but no longer something defenses couldn't completely ignore. Then the playoffs happened.
The infrastructure process happens every summer with Expedia. The rate, vacation rooms, and hotels. What if they could do both? Everyone wins. Okay, back to having fun. Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
The Spurs with the lead. His second shot goes in off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You're not choosing on, bro. That's right.
Hey, if somebody's not next to you, I want to see how much this thing's up.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Will not go. This is over for 9. The Lakers with the ball.
That's not good money. That's top 10, bro. That was mine, though. Y'all made it different by now, bro. Okay, let's get started. I'm sorry. You're doing a great job. All right, Stephon Passes here. Big freshman of the year type resume. Built like a safety, but moves like a guard, and plays like he's allergic to pen. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephon Castle. Everybody, give me no, it's fine. I know it's fine. You give him 10. Hey, man, I got 50 pounds, man.
You got my pop, you got a deal.
Well, I got a chance to get
Oh, you did? What do you think?
He's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's a real man. He's been having it, he's going to go on, too.
Reed,
Well, I had to tell him that I thought we like sometimes
That's his
ball.
first foul of
yeah,
the game.
sometimes it works. If it works, you don't say anything.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
Going off 2, confirm. Sometimes one is the best. I get a little bit like, I'm going to go off 2. He was sitting right next to us. And I was
Here's
like,
Harper.
gosh, man, this is good. I don't know.
Great
Okay, playoff game in their pocket. Start bench cut. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Mono Ginobili.
Right in the face of the defender. Here's Kessler. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
I'm not going to he's trying to walk me into it.
None of them would think that I would ever walk into this. That's what my personality. All right.
He takes it up and lays it in.
Waffle House.
Can't allow Johnson to get that
High
deep.
school
Once
football
he's there, he's going to be on the track.
Waffle House one.
Here's Kennard.
CG. I don't want to confuse that.
Okay, so that high school football. Okay, start next cut. Lock down the pitcher. Silent trash talker or Robert Sweat.
Lock down the fender, and I will sign the trash talker. Everything is like regular.
And they pulled the whistle for the foul. He was trying to disrupt the last play opportunity. San Antonio should do the first shot of the game. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Pay attention, I'm the one sitting there talking about it. Todd Vince Cut, Tracy McGrady, Vince Cut. College Creek is America's #1 sports pitch app. If the playoffs are here, there's no better time to join. The app is really easy to use. Player picks, just click more or less on player stats and you lock in your money.
And the free throw, no good.
College Picks is available in most states, including California, Texas, Minnesota, Massachusetts, and College Picks just leveled up in time for the playoffs. Yes, College Picks is now the official daily fantasy calendar of the regular lots of promos and content. College Picks are easy to play. Just into a live lineup during the playoffs for a chance to win a trip or two, yes, two.
That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
So don't miss out. Sign up today and use the code KG to get $50 in the Lions when you play your first $5.
Man, good that time.
Don't forget to act today. A lot of stuff is being brought up online. Make sure now, I mean, as they talk about ratting up, you know, now it's the fact that, you know, I heard them talk about that on TV, you know, what was that conversation? What was that? You sit there, what was that conversation? So I know the first workout. And when I got there, he was going to workout. So you see people up there.
Spurs leading by 4.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? When I talk about
Here are the Lakers with the ball. Here's
So I don't know. I feel like this is my opportunity to exchange with him. And I'm a friend and don't feel like it's right now. Right for now, you can feel somebody that I like, you know what I'm saying? So when Jason called me to come up in the room, and I was kind of shocked, right? But it felt like this. So when I pull up, man, I'm like,
to the inside.
I don't know if you understand.
And Doncic missing. Barnes with it. Barnes has got the lead up to 5 now to San Antonio.
I wasn't expecting him to have
his teammate and created an easy basket.
Super smart, super
Barnes picking up the assist. Fox has got 9.
Everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
By 5.
I was talking to him for something.
Outside, James.
More talented, so I think it's
2 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Now I feel myself sweat. I made some shorts, but it's hot. But so, talking to him, you want to layup shit. As I'm saying that, it was like this. He was now looking at me, he was hearing me, and he was just doing this. Almost like if you listen to this one. Yeah, and
Yeah, we was tapping into that. Yeah, he was on some like, yeah. I like he approached the game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he, like the whole time on some box shit, like on some, like he already had an idea of how he want to come into the season, and then he went to go see the monks for something totally other than basketball. And when I put all that together, I saw what he was building. I think you know insight on what he doing. Okay. And someone with a top reading, control, chaos.
There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Here's Doncic. Doncic always looking to attack. Here's Castle. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Fox with the steal. This one for 3. Good on the triple. Fox has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Spurs.
Fox just brimming with confidence right now. Like how he uses that mid-range game, and he knows right now he's got that green light.
And he comes up with the deuce. Wembanyama's got the lead up to 8 now for San Antonio. On the wing, Reeves. LeBron outside. Back to Reeves. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's Wembanyama. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Lakers trail by 8. Reeves outside. Takes the 3. Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Second chance shot. Here's Champagny, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. San Antonio shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Here's Wembanyama. And the Wembanyama's got 4 points this quarter.
This is what you want to see. When you're down there attacking
Victor Wembanyama, 32 rebounds. Here's Fox. It falls through, leading in 6-11 in the game.
Another good play. This is how they build the lead. Calling on the right guy at the right time.
But they're making something very difficult to survive.
Here's Smart. Just 5 on the clock. Here's James.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. They need to keep going.
Is that he can shoot over the top of almost any
Trying to get to some shit.
Ron right side. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Let's it go from 14. He gets that one. He's got 6.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
They've definitely been opportunistic.
Oh, wow, listen to this. The U.S. has billions of dollars that are unclaimed, and B2k owes money. But what?
Wait, you don't know about unclaimed money?
Is this something I should know about?
This is something everybody should know about. The government paid Did we just watch Jay-Z bomb on all these people? Did we just really, literally watch Jay-Z bomb on all these people? Y'all been asking for him to say something. People been begging, yo, why don't we go back and forth? Why he not on the internet? John Flynn said that the reason why he's not is because he's too sensitive. We will get all that, but before we start, we will need to sell like some ice. But then I'm going to go out here right now. I got something for y'all.
Here's Fox. Wasting no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
People back there says, and we people talk about that because there's some Drake subs in there which are very obvious, but Drake learned it from them. And we'll just like that. Now, I got a chance to go to the rehearsal. I did not get a chance to go to the show, unfortunately, because I had to leave pretty early. Let's go to these balls, and I said, niggas been asking for the loan.
Whatever, nigga, that nigga's trash.
I don't need to do this, why don't we do that?
Magically run out of place. They're going to try to
Too much in this drink. No high cup that is. Another one told me what I'm out of the place. It's absolutely tumbling out the house and shutting out.
That's the part that ran out of place.
You know, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like that ass.
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
by 13.
Because this ball is just leaky. This ball is just great. This ball is in here for jab ball, right? This ball is in here for game. This ball is in here for... Alright, let's keep on through it. Great thing.
It's way too much black that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. It's understood, though. He can be explained. You want it to wait for others. I still always talk about growth in this game, but I ain't much for people somehow. It's too much love, never to the pain. Protect your backboard up and go cultural.
And so it's San
Play my
Antonio.
game.
One of my favorites,
Point
thing
lead
that
at the end of
exactly,
the
I mean,
fourth
killing
quarter.
himself
They've been putting up
killing himself with the deed words. Killing himself, and y'all know he scored 30 10 versus for the two this year. It's right there, just going Marlo, Ryan Rucker, St. Martin,
shot from the top of the key. That shot off the rim. Lakers trailed by 15. Olenek with the steal.
To say my name, Billionaire, Beyonce. Let me tell you something.
What?
The year that I was supposed to be in college, I didn't go to high school. But the year I went to college, I was at Rockefeller. So don't mind me. I mean, like, picking up and holding high my alma mater. I'm saying, I was in Philly this weekend. I saw everybody. I seen when I got to the rehearsal, I seen Chris and me, I knew something good was going to happen. I'm saying, let's continue to do the ball, but the shit gets better as it goes on.
I really can understand. And it's unharmed players.
That's his one is a child prodigy. Like he said, my children is one of them. Also one who succeeds in competitive or highly difficult field or profession at an early age, so he's bigging up his kids. But why would he say that? Kanye, you gotta remember what Kanye said. He says, wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're retarded. You know, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having retarded children is a choice. It says now Jay-Z and Beyonce on the other end, fuck those coon-ass niggas and their entire families. I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a big person, but and he keeps going on. Now, yeah, he dresses Kanye as well. Jay is the sub master. Let's continue with the bar because, like I said, the shit keeps getting better.
Y'all thought we jumped off again. Everybody think they're the boys in change. You know, maniac. Watch y'all maniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the bridge. Y'all better not encourage me. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. And none of these niggas still stuttering.
San Antonio leading by 17.
That shit ain't paid down with this up again.
But obviously, Philly runners and that activity still stuttering there. Y'all know what we're talking about. He's stuttering. And the Jaguar right side. So, if you on that Jaguar right boy, she shoot it.
Return checking account in 2 minutes. Can I find you up to $200? Apply now.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she's blowing them. My kid can't even. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got a bag of Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm coming, my God. You try to make a come of it. I bring it from towards the end of my neck. Get blood in the king. Please get blood in the king. My neck went up again.
That lady's back on that stuff again. Now everybody knows what's going on in the news.
Jay-Z just officially declared war on Drake, Kanye West, Dame Dash, and many others. When he did his first interview this year and he says he's done playing defense and he's going on the offense, he meant it.
This man's got a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger.
Oh, wow.
Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person. Especially a person like me.
He doesn't
Right?
have
We
the
were
second
doing worse things. We were doing bad. We had those kind of money. It was a rhyme. When you were no kid, you know, you get those things. Those things that I took from the street. You know, humanity, integrity, code. Those things I took. People live and die by that. So, like, it meant a lot to me.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
But out of control is how they play thus far. They're going to have to really
And the truth is,
San Antonio leading by 15.
Still needs to play. And when you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being JV? It's just like, all right, man. We played enough people.
And the second free throw.
When he says offense, I thought he was only talking about fouling fraudulent DMCA takedowns and copyright strikes and attacking independent media personalities. I thought that was what he meant by offense, but apparently Jay-Z is back around, and I got to admit, bro, I got to admit, man, a lot of y'all may call me fake for them. I love when Jay-Z raps, man. I love when Jay-Z raps. Try. Just get a little taste. I know what I said about Jay-Z in the past, okay? I know what I said, ain't nobody checking for that. I know. But I forgot how much I miss this man when he rapped. Oh my God. Jay-Z went at everybody and put everybody on notice who had his name in their mouth. And we're going to dissect this and break this down step by step, line for line, word for word. We're not going to miss not one reference. I ain't breaking that.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Vassell. Stolen by Reeves. Lakers trail by 18. Olynyk with the steal. And stolen by LeBron. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
A monster down on the game. The rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Trying to get there from the first.
I supposed to know for a fighter of NBA. So you know it ain't got
And it's Bucks with the ball.
Sorry, kid, I'll get paid till Friday.
Project, you can $50 escrow. There's no credit check, interest, or late.
They're in total command of this game.
Download the Virgin app and get $250 instantly.
Where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
And some
I listened to the first explanation.
Here's Vassell. Another one falls.
You can't overdose on nothing like that on one time. You can't. You gotta take your time. Don't rush. If you can take your time, put it out. Don't be so rushed because normally you have to listen to an album 1 or 2 times so you can fit. So now, man, I enjoy people who listen to all 3. I listen to Iceman, I listen to like the half. If you listen to all 3, you are hell. You ain't gonna run through now I feel very comfortable saying I like understand all 3. Once you hit 1 or 2,
Spurs. You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of positive.
But they definitely demonstrated their capability this team. They showed just about every single category.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, guys, you well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense. And Los Angeles with some changes. They trail by 18.
You know why? They started, so he just ain't got I'm not in music to defeat this. I'm in the music to hear good music. Yes, the message is music. But so is the lyrical content from the lyrics.
Part of what you get from a great project is you get to learn so much about what it's like to be the biggest rap star of all time.
But I don't see them making a comeback.
You have to be very much tuned
and who they decide to go to.
I can't figure out.
2 seconds separating the shot blocking game. No good.
And then that song,
it's good from about 19 feet. And the Spurs lead by 12.
But the truth is they can't control this
and so it's San Antonio easily taken.
It is a good punchline.
But a lot of the biggest artists are like this now because Taylor Swift, same thing. People love to pick apart her lyrics and try to figure out, talk about her past relationships. But you could be a surface level Taylor Swift fan the same way you can be a surface level Drake fan, or you could dig into all of the depth.
Luther Vandross was singing love songs like a motherfucker. Nobody knew he was singing to a man. Freddie Jackson singing like a motherfucker. I'm not listening. I'm taking this and internalizing it. I'm not trying to figure this man out. My life is music. Heals the soul, get you through shit. Nigga, when I'm feeling good and that good motherfucker song come on, I ain't think that nigga beat me.
But so, okay, given your ability to decode an album is based mostly on just how it makes you feel, how do you feel about it?
When Tupac was talking all that shit in Machiavelli, I wasn't trying to decode it. I'm still not trying to decode it now.
How's Iceman making you feel?
It's a good album. This is a historic album. Last nigga did this was Tupac and DMX. This was the last nigga put out doubles and they was good albums. He done put out one good album that I heard. I ain't got to the other two. Why? I ain't rushing through nothing. Nigga, I'm gonna go back and play that bitch again.
Time exists to help everyday Americans make it. If you get paid on your terms, your world opens up. And your people's.
Oh, I gotta talk about Meek Mill. Meek Mill versus Nike. Hiring for